Hi guys!
Hey, happy Tuesday!
Happy Tuesday.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Shannon,
Julia, and Amanda
with Red Cedar Real Estate. And today we want to talk to you a little bit about the importance of hiring a professional when you're going through the real estate process, whether you're a buyer or a seller. We've all had some experiences recently that kind of brought to light why it is so important, and we kind of wanted to give you 3 quick tips on what we feel.
So the first one is, and before I preface that, I want to say our main goal as real estate agents and professionals in Maryland is to provide our clients the best real estate experience that they can possibly have. So that is our number one goal.
Because we love you guys.
The number one tip for people who are trying to go through a real estate transaction without a real estate agent is, number one, you really want someone who is looking out for your best interests and negotiating on your behalf. Absolutely. Reason being, most of the time, transactions are not all butterflies and rainbows. There are situations that come up along the way. From the time that you go under contract to purchase a home from the time that you settle is roughly around 30 to 60 days, and a lot can happen. The buyers are doing inspections on the property, there's an appraisal happening, and there's a lot of different people involved that something usually comes up, whether it's an appraisal that comes in a little bit low, whether there's a major issue with the house that comes up on the home inspection, whether something happens with the buyer's loan. There are so many different circumstances, and you really want to make sure that you have someone looking out for your best interests when those situations occur, because if you don't, you could be at a deficit in the situation, and that would be the last thing that we want. So I could give 1,000 examples, but I really feel that sums up number one.
Yeah, absolutely, I agree. We are in the business of creative solutions, so we make sure that we deal with the problems and come to you with options on how to handle it, because everybody loves options, and you have a lot going on in your own life. You have a job, maybe you have a kid, maybe you have a partner. I mean, there are lots of things that go on that take you away from the actual real estate transaction, which is why we're here. There's a couple, so I'm gonna hit on 2 and 2.5. So the first one, we have a 40-page plus contract for a reason. We wanna make sure that our clients are protected, and it protects both our sellers and our buyers. And on top of that, it gives us the next steps. If property inspections do come back and there's an issue, if title comes back and there's an issue, if appraisal comes back and there's an issue, the contract very clearly states what the next steps are so that clients are protected and nobody's losing out on deposits or money from investments, things like that. And kind of 2.5 on top of that, we have licensed, trusted professionals that we not only use for our clients, but we've all used them personally as well. We come with title agents, lenders, contractors, inspectors. I mean, we have a plethora of people that we keep on our team to make sure that not only do you get the best client experience, but you get the best representation throughout the entire process, because that is how you make the best client experience possible.
I completely agree. And another thing that I want to touch on is the emotional side of this. So coming from somebody who has personally represented herself in the sale of my own home and the purchase of our new home, I really wish that I would have had one of these lovely ladies representing me at that time. It is easy to overlook some very important things in a transaction when you fall in love with something. So when you walk into that home and you fall completely in love with it, you're not thinking about the plumbing issues that could happen 5 or 10 years down the road. Yeah. So that's why you need a professional to look at it very objectively and say, I know that you love this home and I know that you've got a lot of heart into it, but we need to think about this logically so we can protect your investment, not just for the first couple of months that you're completely in love with it, but for the lifetime of you being in the home and raising your family or making memories in it. So.
Absolutely. The last thing that I want to make note is, when you have an issue with your health, you go visit a doctor. When you have a issue with your finances, you go and see a financial advisor or a banker. When you have an issue that you need an attorney for, you go and hire an attorney because you want their expertise and their experience. This is what we do every single day. Over the course of our career so far, we have all combined sold hundreds of homes, and we know what to expect. We've been through a lot of the situations that come up in transactions, and we know how to handle them. So when you're selling or buying one of the biggest investments of your lifetime, we also think it's a great idea for you to have someone representing you during that time as well, just like you would for your health or another financial situation.
Absolutely.
So that sums up the Tuesday tips for today.
If you guys have any questions about any of this, you can obviously comment below. You can shoot us a text message, a phone call, a message, all of that good stuff. We are always here for your real estate related questions, and we would love to work with you.
Until next time, bye guys.
Bye.